And this video is the support for the higher homework for the Saturday session. Okay, so if we jump straight into it, if we have a look at question or section 1 here, the first thing we do, as you'll remember, is get rid of the plus 7. So the way we get rid of plus 7 is we subtract it. So if we subtract 7 from both sides, we end up with 4x equaling 12. And then if 4x is a 12, then 1x you need to divide it by 4 to get 3. Okay, question B, what we do is we get rid of this minus 4. So we get rid of minus 4 by adding it. So we're going to have 7f equals 35. And then if we divide by 7, we've got 1f equal, or how many times does 7 go into 35? Goes in there 5 times. Next question. This one was a little bit naughty. I didn't mean to put this one in there. But if we see it through, we come back to these questions a little bit later anyway. But if we take away the 19 from both sides, what we get is 6c equals 63. And then what we do is we divide by 6, so we get 63 over 6. And we can just leave it like that because 6 doesn't go in there equally. For question D, we get rid of the minus 13 by adding 13. So we've got 12y equals 36. And then 1y, if we divide by 12, how many times does 12 go into 36? It goes in there 3 times. So we've got y equals 3. Okay, so let's have a go at section 2 now of the homework. Now, first of all, what we need to do is we need to get rid of this plus 1. So exactly the same as section 1, we get rid of the plus 1 by subtracting it. So for question A, we're going to have h over 7 equals 4 because we've taken that 1 away. Remember, if it's plus 1, we take away 1 from the other side. So we've got to get rid of this divided by 7. So if we divide by 7, sorry, if we do the opposite of dividing by 7, we multiply by 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. Question B, we've got to get rid of this minus 7. So we've got g over 4 equals 20. Then we've got to get rid of this divided by 4. So the opposite of divided by 4 is times by 4. So 20 times by 4 is 80. Question C. First thing we're going to do is get rid of this plus 8. So the opposite of plus 8 is minus 8. So we take away 8 from this. So we end up with x over 3 equals 1. The opposite of divided by 3, of course, is multiplied by 3. So 1 times 3 leaves us with 3. And the final question on section 2 is question D. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this minus 22. So we add 22 to the other side. So we've got y over 5 equals 28. And then we've got to get rid of the divided by 5 by multiplying by 5. So y equals 28 times by 5. And if you want, you can do 28 times by 5. 5 times 8 is 40, so that's 0, carry the 4. 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 4 is 14. So it's 140. So y equals 140. Well done if you got those ones correct. Okay, moving on now to section 3. So these ones, they look pretty simple to start off with, but if we have a look at question A here, we get rid of the plus 5 just like we did in the previous questions. So we've got 3m equal, if you take away 5, it's going to be 7. And I think that we noticed just with the question I accidentally put into the previous section, 3 doesn't go into 7. So what we do is we just leave it as 7 over 3. And we can just leave it like that. We don't need to cancel it down or put it as a mixed fraction or a mixed number. B. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the minus 7. So we add 7. So we're going to have 10p equals 24. And then we divide by 10. So 24 divided by 10, we just have it as 24 over 10. If you want to, you can cancel the fraction down. Now, both of them are even numbers, so we can divide both of them by 2. So that's going to be 12 over 5. But you don't need to do that. Question C. I thought I'd test you with your negative numbers now. So we get rid of the 12. So the way we get rid of 12 is we do 7 take away 12. And 7 take away 12 is minus 5. What we're then going to do is get rid of the 6. So we divide by 6. So minus 5 over 6. Question D. We've got this one here. So step 1. Get rid of the minus 8. So we're going to end up, the way we get rid of minus 8 is we add 8. So 15 plus 8 is 23. And then we need to divide by 7, so we've got t equals 23 over 7, and that's our final answer. So, moving on to section 4. Again, by the way, feel free to just pause the video to rewind any question if it didn't make sense, or if, even with my explanations now, it doesn't make sense. Bring this question, or highlight this question, bring it to the next session, and we'll go through it there. Okay, so section 4. The first thing we've got to do is we've got to get rid of, because the whole thing has been divided by 7, we've got to get rid of this divided by 7. So the way we get rid of divided by 7 is we times it on the other side. Notice that in the previous question, for A, we got rid of the plus or minus bit first. But here, everything has been divided by the 7, so that's why we get rid of this bit first. So if we get rid of that bit, we're going to have x plus 3 equals 28, because we multiply the other side by 7. Then we've got a dead easy question, x plus 3 equals 28. So if we take away the 3, x equals 25, and that's question A. B, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the divided by 3. So we've got h plus 6 equals 15, because remember we've multiplied by the 3. And then we've got to get rid of this plus 6, so we take it away, so h equals 9. Question C. Again, we get rid of the divided by 9, so t over 5 divided by 9 equals 2. Oh, yeah, so then we multiply by the 9. And if we multiply by the 9, then that there, 2 times 9, is going to be 18. And then we've got to get rid of the minus 5, so we add 5, so t equals 23. Question D. We're going to get rid of this divided by 7 first. So the way we get rid of divided by 7 is we add 7. And again, I'll try to make it tricky by using some negative numbers. So p minus 4, minus 1 times by 7 equals minus 7. And now what we've got to do is we've got to add the 4. So we've got minus 7 plus 4. So imagine the temperature scale. We've got 0 and we've got minus 7. Then we're going to add 4. So if we add 4, that's going to go up to minus 3. Okay, moving on to the next one. So section 5. So what we've got here, now we've got some negative letters. So there's a rule for dealing with negative letters. So if we just get rid of the 19 first of all, so we take away 19 from both sides, and for A we've got minus g. If we take away 19 from 8, take away 8, take away another 11, you've got minus 11. So then you're going to multiply both of them by minus 1. So that's going to be g equals positive 11. So if we change the sign on this side, we've got to change all the signs on this side. So if minus g equals minus 11, plus g equals plus 11. Question B, we don't need to worry about because it's a positive d anyway. So what we do is we get rid of this 12, and that's positive anyway. So if we take away 12, we've got d equals 4. Question C. Again, we take away the 16. So we've got minus 4c, and 20 take away 16, it's going to be 4. And then if we divide by 4, in fact, let's deal with the sign first of all. So I'm going to change this into a positive 4c, which means I've got to change all the signs on the other side, so that's going to be minus 4. And then if we divide by 4, we've got minus 1. Then question D. We're going to take away 25 from both sides. We've got minus 3m. And if we do 13, take away 25, that's going to be minus 12. Then we're going to change the sign, so we're going to have 3m. And if we change the sign on the right-hand side, it's going to be 12. And if we divide by 3, m equals 4. So that's how to deal with the ones where you've got a negative letter. So get rid of the other bits and pieces first, just like we always do. And then if we've got a case here, like in A, if they're both, if the letter is negative, we change the sign on the letter and we change the sign on the other side. Okay, let's have a look at question 6. No, section 6. So we've only got 3 questions here. So what we do is we're going to get rid of the divided by 2 by multiplying by 2. So we've got 3x plus 5 equals 26. And then what we're going to, then it just turns into a normal 2-step equation. So we're going to take away this 5. So we've got 3x equals 21. And then x equals 7. And that's question A. Question B. Start off with, we get rid of the divided by 11 by multiplying by 11. So we've got 4y minus 3. 3 times by 11 is 33. So we're then going to add 3. So 4y equals 36. And then if we divide by 4, 4 times something is 36, so y equals 9. Question C. So we've got to get rid of the divided by 9, so we multiply the other side by 9. So we've got 9t minus 9 equal 9 times 9 is 81. Then I'm going to get rid of the minus 9, and we get rid of that by adding it to the other side. So 9t equals 90. If 9 lots of something is 9t, so therefore t equals 10. Again, well done for that one. Now what you should notice is that we've gone from section 6 here to section 8. That's for no other reason other than I made an error on that. But question for question A here, hopefully we've got time to do this in lesson, but if not, this is how we do it. So we've got two fractions and we've got different denominators. So what we're going to do is we concentrate on the bottom. We're going to ignore the 7 to start off with, so just forget about the 7, and we're going to deal with the bottom right denominator, and we're going to do 3 lots of x, 3 lots of 2. So if we do that, we've got 3x over 6. Then we're going to deal with this one, so we're going to do 2 lots of x plus 1 and 2 lots of 3. So plus 2 lots of x plus 1 and 2 lots of 3 is 6. Then we're going to set that equal to 7. So far all we've done is we've multiplied this 3 by this and this 2 by this and this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to simplify or multiply out the brackets here. So we've got 3x over 6 plus 2x plus 2 over 6 equals 7. And then we've got a common denominator. So if we do 3x plus 2x, that equals 5x, and we've still got that plus 2 on the top, over 6 equals 7. The next thing we've got to deal with is this divided by 6. So if we then multiply by 6, we've got 5x plus 2 equals 42. Then what we do is we get rid of this plus 2. We do with that as normal, so 5x equals 40. And then we divide by 5 to get x equals 40 divided by 5 is 8. Okay, question B, and we're going to do it in exactly the same way. So to start off with, we're going to do 5 times by this thing here. So it's going to be 5 lots of x minus 2 over 5 times 3, which is 15. Next thing we're going to do is 3 lots of this. So plus 3 lots of x plus 1 over 3 lots of this, so over 15 equals 3. So again, we don't do anything with this 3, just like we didn't do anything with the 7 until down here. Then what we're going to do, same step as last time, we're going to multiply out the brackets. So we've got 5 lots of x, which is 5x. We've got 5 lots of minus 2, which is minus 10, over 15. We're going to multiply out the brackets. So we've got 3 lots of x, and then we've got plus 3 over 15. That equals 3. And then we simplify it. So we do 5x plus 3x. That's going to be 8x. Now be careful with this one because it's dealing with negative numbers. Minus 10 plus 3. So the temperature is minus 10, and then you add 3 to the temperature. It's going to be minus 7. That's over 15. That equals 3. So now it turns into one of the previous questions. So then, to get rid of the divided by 15, we multiply by 15. So 8x minus 7 equals 45. What we're then going to do is we're going to add the 7. So it's going to be 8x equals 52. And then we're going to divide by 8, so equals 52 over 8, which you can simplify that fraction down. If you divide by 2, and that's going to be 26 over 4, which is 13 over 2. Okay, so moving on to question C. Give ourselves a little bit more room here. We change colour. So this one is a negative, so it's slightly different, but the first couple of steps are exactly the same. So we're going to do 3 lots of 3x plus 9. So whatever this is, we times by the top. So 3 lots of 3x plus 9, and then 3 lots of 5 is 15. Minus, and that minus will be very important. Then we're going to do 5 lots at the top, 5 lots at the bottom. So 5 lots of 2x minus 2 over 15, and that equals 2. Again, next step, no different. We just multiply the brackets. So it's going to be 9x plus 27 over 15 minus 10x minus 10 over 15. That equals 2. Again, all we've done here is 3 lots of 3x is 9x, 3 lots of 9 is 27. 5 lots of 2x is 10x, 5 lots of minus 2 is minus 10. And now here it gets potentially a little bit trickier. So now we're going to do 9x take away 10x. That equals minus 1x. And we're going to do 27 take away minus 10. Now 27 take away minus 10. Again, you've got to be really careful. This is really easy to miss. Take away a minus means a plus, so that's going to be plus 37 over 15 equals 2. And now what we're going to do is we've got a normal question again. So we're going to get rid of the divided by 15 by multiplying by 15. So we've got minus x plus 37 equals 30. And then going to get rid of the plus 37. Well, in fact, we can do this 2 ways. If I do it this way and then show you the other way. So we've got minus x and 30 take away 37 is minus 7. And then we change the signs for both sides. So that's going to be x, positive x equals positive 7. And that's our final answer. What else we could have done at this point here is if we wanted to make the x positive here, is we change the sign of everything. So it's going to be x minus 37 equals minus 30. And then to get rid of the minus 37, we add 37. So you're going to have x equals minus 30 plus 37 is going to be 7. Okay, so let's clear the screen. Okay, now let's have a look at section 9. So here we've got unknowns on both sides. So what we're going to do is, because we've got more x on this side, I'm going to get rid of one of these x's, I'm going to get rid of one of these x's. And if I do that, I'm going to have 2x plus 8 equals 20. Then it turns it into a dead simple question. So we then take away the 8, we've got 2x equals 12, and then 1x equals 6. So that's question A. Question B, I'll have a look at which side's got the most x's, which is this side, which means I'm going to get rid of these 7 x's and get rid of 7 of these x's. So if I do that, 15x, take away 7 of those x's, I'm left with 8x minus 3 equals 21. And then if I get rid of the minus 3, just as I have done all the way through, I need to add 3 to the other side, so I've got 8x equals 24. Then if 8x is 24, if I divide by 8, 1x equals 3. In question 3, I have a look, and for question C, I've got most x on this side, so I'm going to get rid of these 3 x's. I'm going to get rid of 3 of these x's. And I've got 22 equals 6x minus 2. Now, if you don't like it that way round, what you can do is swap them around. So if 22 equals 6x minus 2, you can write 6x minus 2 equals 22. That's the same for any of these equations. If you don't like it that way around, just swap it to make it look easier. Then we get rid of the minus 2, so we add it to the other side. So 6x equals 24. And if you divide by 6, x equals 24 divided by 6, which is 4. And that's the penultimate section, second to last section, done. So now we're on section 10. And section 10 is pretty much something that we've covered anyway. If we just get rid of this stuff here, and we'll do the final 3 questions. In blue. Okay, so step 1, we're going to multiply the brackets. So 3 lots of x, 3 lots of 3. It's going to be 3x plus 9. And that equals, on the other side, 11 lots of x, 11 lots of minus 5. So that's going to be 11x minus 55. Now, which side have got the most x's on? It's this side. So I want to get rid of these 3 x's. I'm going to get rid of 3 of these ones. End up with 9 equals 8x minus 55. I'm going to swap it around because it always troubles me when it's that way around. So I'm going to get rid of the minus 55 by adding it to the other side. So I've got 8x equals 64. If I divide by 8, I'm going to get 1x equals 8. Excellent stuff. Now, question B. So that was question A. Question B, I'm going to multiply out the bracket. So 5 lots of x, 5 lots of minus 2. And I get 5x minus 10. On the other side of the equals, I've got 3x plus 12. Now I've got most x on this side, so I want to get rid of 3 of these x's and 3 of these ones. If I do that, I've got 2x minus 10 equals 12. To get rid of the minus 10, I add it. So I've got 2x equals 22. And I've got 1x equals 11. And then final question. Well done if you got this far. You do 3 lots of 2y, 3 lots of 3. So that's going to be 6y plus 9. If I do it on the other side of the equals, I've got 5 lots of 2y and then 5 lots of 1. That's going to be 10y plus 5. I've got most x's on this, so most y's on this side, so I'm going to get rid of these 6 y's. I'm going to get rid of 6 of these. So I've got 9 equals 4y plus 5. I'm then going to swap it around because I don't like it that way. So 4y plus 5 equals 9. Then I'm going to take away 5 from here, and I'm going to take away these 5 here. So I'm going to have 4y equals 4. If I divide by 4, I'm going to have y equals 1. So well done.